your thoughts of schoolies now? I mean, you only ever had the chance to see mine.
Right.
Now that you've been to a festival where you've seen a bunch more, what do you think?
Well, I'm really impressed with the creativity to begin with and the ingenuity in how schoolies are built.
Yeah.
I feel like I've started to actually get a real idea of what it's like to live in a schoolie.
What do you think of schoolies now?
Well, I'm impressed. This is the first schoolie that bunch of schoolies that I've seen other than Roman's bus. So it's really an eye-opener. It's given me a lot to think about. I had thought that I might want to build a schoolie before. Now I'm pretty much convinced that I do.
There's one takeaway that you had from the whole entire festival. What's that one thing?
I think the thing that surprised me the most was the tightness of the community. I think that's it. I was just stunned by how supportive people are, and just the fun and the acceptance and the joy, and also the willingness to help out when there's a problem. Doesn't matter whose RV it's on, whose schoolie it's on, whose little house, tiny home it's on. People are so willing to just pitch in and solve problems.
What was the one thing that kept you from wanting to build a schoolie?
Just the adjustment from a brick and mortar foundation to something on the road. It's a huge adjustment to make, and downsizing. It seems like we've been downsizing for the last 10 years now, and this is going to be our last downsize, but I think it'll well be worth it.
Yeah, what's the one thing that made you think you couldn't do this?
Initially, my age.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Secondarily, it's a completely different kind of lifestyle than living in a brick and mortar home.
Yep.
And so I couldn't figure out how to fit what I'm used to and comfortable with into this. And so it was hard to see the upside of it.
And that's a good point too. Age, I'm 47, and a lot of the people that I know are 20s, early 30s, that kind of thing. And I remember when I got into this thinking, I'm an old dude. Me doing this seems like a little bit crazy. And I told a friend of mine who didn't know much about schoolies, and she literally called her mom and was like, I think Roman just had a stroke. So I definitely get the age thing, but I didn't want to not be able to experience just the life that I wanted to experience. So what's the upside? What's the one thing that makes you think that now, after, having all the doubts and whatnot, what's the thing that makes you think you can do it?
Well, I've always known that I could do it. That's never been an issue, but I sense that this is going to give me a freedom of movement, freedom of being able to express myself without all of the tie downs that I've been used to all of my life. And I think it's going to be good for both of us. What
makes you think that you can do it now?
Well, I think that the skill sets are not a problem because, not just what we have in the family, but what's available in the community, which is amazing to me. So I don't think that it's the actual build. There are a lot of internal things that I was stopping myself and saying, now I'm too old for that. And I don't think that that's true. I think we limit ourselves so much by the fears that we don't understand are in us.
What's your most, the one takeaway from the festival?
Oh, I think community is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the far above the build, above all of it. The sense of community and being part of something bigger than who I am is a huge thing.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Did you have a good time?
Oh, I had a fantastic time.
Tell me about your birthday.
My birthday was an amazing surprise, and it's hard to surprise me.
Yes, it is.
You and I took a walk, and I thought that you were filming for something else entirely. You had everybody in the community say hello to. I think I heard my name, my actual name, more in the past 3 days than I have in the last 40 years.
Really?
Yeah. Because I've been mom and girlfriend and honey to my husband, but I haven't heard Nancy forever. And that
well,
was
we fixed that.
yes, you certainly did.
Me, Dean, Mike, Banana Van, Andrea, Tiny Theater, John Kernan. Yeah, the
Dale.
guy who does the United Tiny House Festival himself did a little shout out and sang a song
Yeah.
to my mom. I am missing a whole lot.
It was amazing.
I'm glad you had a good weekend.
Oh, I had a great weekend, Eddie. Thank you so much for inviting us along.
Absolutely.